What is going on, people? I am back again for another review. And if you couldn't tell by the title, it's of a movie called Betrothed. Betrothed? Hopefully I said it right. Anyway, this movie is directed by Jim Lane. It's written by Jeff Rosenberg. It stars Michaela Gibson, Joey Bell, David Brown, among many others. So pretty much what this movie is, it kind of reminds me of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type family. The mother actually, when I started watching it, I thought of when I first saw her and heard her talk. Not really heard her talk, but just the way she acted, kind of reminded me of like Anne Ramsey in the Goonies, except very darker and very like worse off. But she had that like evil mother where she like loves her kids and whatever. Anyway, what this movie is about, it's about a family that goes around kidnapping these young girls to pretty much get married into the family against their will. Starts off with this young, good-looking girl. She gets kidnapped, and one of his sons, there's two sons, he pretty much says, listen, this is the girl I want to be my wife, to be my bride, to be whatever. And pretty much you see the mother doesn't really approve, and let's just say the girl doesn't really last too long. Fast forward a little bit, you get the main character, this girl named Aurora. She comes back from college and kind of surprises the family and whatever, surprises the little sister, and says, hey, listen, I'm going to buy breakfast and do all this, and, you know, something nice for the family. So she ends up going to this one place, this one deli, I guess, whatever. She ends up going there, kind of getting into an argument with the cashier, ends up leaving getting her stuff and just walking out, and she ends up getting kidnapped by this family. Again, this family kind of has that Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of like hillbilly, like messed up family kind of deal. So pretty much she gets kidnapped, and then you find out the whole story. Pretty much the father's always out, and pretty much they want to have this wedding for him when he gets there, just so you can see his son get married. The other son already has this girl, you find out, has kind of been stuck there for a long time, and definitely she's not there with her will and whatever. And pretty much the rest of the movie is this girl, Aurora, trying to find ways to get out of the grasp of this crazy psychotic family. It is a lower budget movie, so you don't see... It's kind of crazy, actually. It's different. I don't know if they were saving all the budget for this one scene, because for the most part you get those like cutaway deaths where it's like the blood and gore look cool, but it was one of those things where you don't really see it. It's kind of like implied that it happens, and then they pull the knife away and it's covered in blood, or people are getting punched or hit or kicked or whatever, and then you see their mouths covered in blood, but you don't see the actual thing happening until this one scene where I wasn't expecting it, and then all of a sudden it went gory. It came out of nowhere. I didn't expect it because, again, I thought it was going to be another cutaway scene, which if it's in the you don't have the budget, it happens, and I've seen it in many movies. But this one scene just I was just like, caught me off guard. It went crazy, and it's one of those one of those things where it just catches you off guard when you're not expecting it, and I kind of like cringed. I moved back. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that one. But for what it was definitely a story that it's a crazy family, which you heard of that before, but the storyline amongst that is completely different than any I've seen before. So I was definitely surprised by it. So if you're into those psychotic family, like weirdo type family, again, it kind of reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family, not the story, but the family. There is a way to watch it. I actually watched it on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you actually can watch it for free. That's where I saw it. So I'll leave the link to that. I'll also look to see if there's any other place you can purchase it if you're a physical copy collector like myself. I'll look to see if it's out on DVD somewhere, and I'll leave the link to it. But I say definitely go ahead, check it out if you're into psychotic family movies. For every end of every video, I always tell you I have other social media sites, not only YouTube. I have a Twitter, Tony Has 9 Fingers. Well, I'll leave all the links to it in the show notes, but Tony Has 9 Fingers on YouTube, on Twitter, check that out. I have a Instagram for my movies, Tony's Movies, check that out. And also, we're trying to push it as much as we can. If you don't know, I'm part of the Dorkening, which is pretty much a group of guys that come together on a Tuesday night to interview more indie-based actors, actresses, directors, and stuff. And we pretty much sit down and talk for about an hour. So if you don't know what it is, I'd say go ahead, check out The Dorkening here on YouTube. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on, it's fun. It's fun to sit down with, different people and learn the ins and outs or the behind the scenes kind of deal of certain movies or what's coming in the works or whatever it is. It's really fun. So if you're into movies, if you're into indie movies, if you're into horror movies, definitely come check out The Dorkening. Also check out all my other stuff. Like I said, I got a Twitter, I have an Instagram, I have a Facebook fan page, I got a Horror Amino, which I'll leave all the links to that in the bottom of this, as well as the Amazon Prime link where you can watch Betrothed, because again, it definitely caught me off guard. I definitely liked it. So, until next time, I'll see you guys. If you found the review you just watched enlightening and you want more of them, go ahead, hit that subscribe button in the corner, and check out all the other reviews I have, such as Horror Pack reviews and Netflix and Chiller. If you want to check out all the other things I have, go ahead and check out my Instagram, where I show off the movies I have behind me. Or check out my Twitter, where I post all my videos and more. If you want to do that, go ahead, hit those buttons, and until next time, I'll see you.